Sexy egg rolls means two things. First of all, very easy. Very easy recipe. No need for takeout egg rolls anymore. The second thing is that you can use these egg rolls as a meal in itself. They're big, they're beautiful, they're healthy, full of vegetables, and don't forget, really easy. So let's get cooking. So the first thing we have to do is cut a whole mess of vegetables. And the vegetables that go into this egg roll are mushroom, onion, cabbage, and carrot. So one really big carrot, or two small, about 8 ounces. So one really big one, a couple of small ones, whatever. Half a head of small cabbage. This was a really large onion. If you don't like onion too much, you can use a half of a large onion or a full large onion, whatever. I like an onion in it. And a pound of mushrooms. Seems like a lot of mushrooms, but they will shrink when you cook them. So we have to cut these off. Everything gets really sliced. The carrot gets julienne or cut into matchsticks, whatever you want to say. There's the carrot. Very nicely done. The onion. There's the onion. The cabbage, we have to cut that core out. So I cut on one side of the core. Then I cut the other side of the core. And out it comes. Just slice it up. After I slice it, I just put my knife through it like once or twice. Kind of makes it bite-sized. There's your cabbage. And lastly, mushrooms. After you slice it, once again, I just run my knife through it a little bit. And there's your mushrooms. We're going to season this with 4 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of shaoxing wine. If you don't have shaoxing wine, dried sherry will do just fine. And that's 2 tablespoons. I like to use Kikkoman soy sauce. I think it's a good brand. I'm going to use a 1/4 cup of this. This is a low sodium. That's fine. I need 2 tablespoons oyster sauce. You can find vegetarian oyster sauce. Okay, this is not, but that's okay. Sometimes you can find vegetarian oyster sauce, and you have to do. So I need 2 tablespoons of oyster sauce, 2 teaspoons of sesame oil. The last thing I'm going to put in here is ginger. But I'm not putting in like regular ginger. I'm going to use a pickled ginger. You can get this in grocery stores in the Chinese section, sometimes in the produce section, or you can go to a Chinese store, or you can buy it online. Amazon has them. They have it delivered to your house. And this is, it's a little bit extra. It's like a little extra flavor. And they're pickled. And I'm going to use like 2 tablespoons of it. And what I want to do, these come in like, see, these come in like sheets. They're like sliced ginger. I'm going to cut it into julienne. Now, if you can't find pickled ginger, by all means, just use regular root ginger or ginger root and slice it and then cut it into julienne. This is what it needs to look like. Okay, now we want to mix all this up. Get everything seasoned really nice. Don't forget to wash your hands. I'm going to spray a sheet pan with some cooking spray. Spray it a little heavily. Make sure everything's covered nice. I don't want this to burn on the pan. I want it to like fry a little bit. I'm doing this in the oven because I don't have a wok big enough to stir fry all these ingredients. And so I'm going to put it on a sheet pan and roast it in a pretty hot oven until it's all cooked. And this is my filling for my egg roll, my sexy egg roll. Okay, there you go. It smells delicious actually. And then give it a spray on top. This is going into a 375-degree oven for half an hour. I want to make sure it's all cooked and nice and flavorful. Very easy. Hey, how easy was that to make that filling? I told you this was going to be an easy recipe. Cut up the vegetables, season them, put them in the oven, let the oven do the work. It's going to be delicious. While that filling's cooking in the oven, let's make the sauce for this terrific, sexy egg roll. I got my wok on pretty high, and I just put in 2 teaspoons of oil. Now, I put the garlic in first. Woo! That smells delicious. Now I gotta add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. 2 tablespoons of shaoxing wine. A 1/4 cup of oyster sauce. Two tablespoons of sugar. Woo! That smells good. Let that cook for a minute. And that's delicious. Hey, this sauce is terrific. Sweet from the sugar, pungent from the garlic, a little bit of salt from the soy sauce and oyster sauce. Wow, this is going to be good on our sexy egg rolls. Hey, I'm just going to finish this up with 1 scallion sliced nice and thin. And there you go. Woo, that's looking good. Hey, it's been about a half hour. I checked it. Wasn't quite ready. Left it for 10 more minutes. That's a total of 40 minutes in the oven. Your oven might be a little hotter. Might take only 30 minutes. Might take 50 minutes. Check it. Taste a piece. Make sure it's a little tender and a little crisp at the same time and has that flavor. Now I can take it out. We're going to let it cool off for about 15 minutes just so we can handle it. So the filling has cooled down, and now I want to just take a little bit of the moisture off. There's a lot of moisture in there from the vegetables and from the soy sauce. Just give it a little squeeze. Look at all that moisture left. You don't want that in your egg rolls. It's going to make your egg rolls soggy. And the wrapper we're using today is a flour tortilla. And this is the technique. Cut not all the way through, but cut halfway through. Just like that. You see that? What we're going to do is paint the whole thing with egg. A little generously. And sprinkle with some scallion. Ooh, that's nice. Smells good. Scallion smells delicious. Then you want to put about a quarter of a cup. Upper left corner. Like divide this into quarters in the upper left quarter. Put about a quarter just to fill it nicely like that. Then fold this over. Okay? Then put another quarter of a cup or so in the next quarter and fold this over again. But before we do that, just hit it with a little egg. So you keep brushing egg and folding over. Last one. You see, as we do the quarters, we put a little less filling in it, only because you don't want the filling to ooze out too much. And then give a little paint with the egg. So you keep putting the filling in each quarter, except the first quarter, the lower left side. The filling in each quarter, and then brush with egg and keep folding it over. So in the end, you have this shape. What I want to do with this is make sure I brush it nicely with egg. And then sprinkle it with some toasted sesame seed. Doesn't that look good? I have this pan here. I gotta spray it nicely with spray oil so it doesn't stick. I put my egg roll right on there, like that. And right into a hot oven. 400-degree oven. Hey, I'm gonna stick this right into a 400-degree oven until it's nice and brown. Probably take about 15-20 minutes. It's gonna be brown, a little crunchy, beautiful flavor, and that is a meal in itself. Beautiful. Let's check it out. Woo, that's looking good. Check out that egg roll. Very different shape, kind of sexy. It's gonna be a full meal, and don't forget, we got the sauce to go with it. Absolutely delicious. Hey, I told you this was gonna be a very easy recipe. Very nice, very delicious. And if you like this, you like Chinese easy recipes, gotta check out my Dan Noodles. They're delicious, it's easy, very good, and I'll see you there.